guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 21 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Wolverines' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. Hits the afterburners. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And what a great job by the linebacker that time. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, sitting in zone coverage. QB stared his target down. Not only does he pick it off, but he shows you the athleticism, taking it back all the way for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach is... right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters. And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Lofts one high and deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quick completion on the out. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Back to throw, it's Higgins. Right on the money. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster. And they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job at containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, giving him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The kick is on its way. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking to pass. It's Higgins. Working that wide receiver screen. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch. Swarming to the ball. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Looking to throw again. He's got him. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
The Wolverines are on the move. To the air, it's Higgins. The screen, he's got wheels. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And as he throws, missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. Working on the right. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
And the Dogs will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got the first down, looking for more. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Higgins. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes the grab. It's Tate. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the 1st down. Well, after the quarterback put the ball on the deck, he went into damage control mode and was able to get back on top of it.
Yeah, he's really lucky. And you remember, quarterbacks, they're not practicing the same ball security as running backs are, per se, each and every week in practice, but that's no excuse. That quarterback has got to do a better job holding on to the ball.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the 1st. The Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got him. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air on first down. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
They'll run play action. With the catch, it's Tate. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw at Higgins. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got it. 1st down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And this is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Lincoln. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Back to pass, it's Higgins. Catch in the middle, it's Rock. And he's brought down after a nice game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Second down, he'll throw it. The throw to the outside is complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
They'll go to the air. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal?
Let's go! Let's go! Hey, fire! One, ready! There!
To the air, it's Higgins. Looking for the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense.
Here we go, here we go!
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Looking downfield, it's Higgins. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. The offense changing the play. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick strike complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
What's a nice job by the receiver there on the slant throw. Gets across the defender, makes the nice catch, hauls it in.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The offense just set themselves up in a bad situation in this one. 2nd and 3rd and long, there's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell in that pass rush, man, they were coming.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the tight end. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
On 4th down, going to the air. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking downfield, it's Higgins. Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Flanagan. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run on the doorstep. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Other scores from around the country. Slippery Rock, 38. Seton Hill University, 20.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking for a man. It's Higgins. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Houston is just getting blown off the field right now in H-Town, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to Boise State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
He's got two. He's got two.
They'll run it from the gun. Fighting off the defender. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
We'll see if they go back to the run here on third down. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Higgins. Puts it out of the air. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Rock. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
They go backwards on the play. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Snagged in the middle. It's Schuster. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Here comes the offense on second down. Rides the back on the option to give. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On first down from their own 22. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick, but man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Here's a heat. Quickly to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Brought down at the 45. And that's good enough for a first down.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were